You know, T.I. is getting all this criticism on social media. Okay. He's getting all this criticism. They were saying that his 18-year-old may have been liking tweets from people, you know, going at him for saying these things. Even Iggy Azalea, who he's had some recent issues with, she even said that he needs mental help, that he is possessive and controlling. What I want to know from a lot of women these days, what is the definition of controlling? Is controlling a guy who's organized, a guy who says something and he wants that to be done? Because to me, it just seemed like a guy who genuinely is disciplined is considered controlling. You know? Tiny can leave whenever she wants to. She had a chance to leave and she didn't. You know why? Because she couldn't do any better than T.I. So I'm trying to figure out how he's controlling. Do I think that the way he worded his comments was a little off? Yes, it was. It's like he's going there with her and he's making sure she still has everything intact. And I think people read that and they ran with it. I'm not saying T.I. is wrong for wanting his daughter to not be in these streets, to not be messing around with this guy and that guy and that guy. I understand him wanting to have more discipline in his kids and wanting to be more of a helicopter father, which is what he should be. If this was a woman who said this, no one would care. I want people to understand this. No one would care if a woman said this. But because nowadays it's very difficult for a man to be a father of a daughter because society wants to raise your kids. Social media wants to raise, they want to tell you how to raise your kids. Unless you're actually doing something that is detrimental to them, I don't see anything wrong with him not wanting his daughter to be no thizzot in the streets. I wouldn't want my daughter to be no thizzot in the streets. So I can understand him wanting to be careful. I can understand him wanting to make sure that she ain't out here messing around with this dude and that dude and that dude. You know? But at the end of the day, T.I. is going to have to understand your daughter's going to do what she want to do. Because the more you try to shelter them, the more they're going to rebel. And the worst type of guys they're going to end up with because they're going to be in a rebellious mindset. So you do have to be very careful how you deal with people. You have to be very careful. You know? You have to be very mindful of the fact that these girls can still go behind your back. They can still do whatever they want to do, and you wouldn't even know it. But I will say this to T.I. Just because she may not be having, doing, regular things, doesn't mean that she's not doing other things, T.I. I want you to understand that. She could be out here still in these streets, bruh. She still could be out here doing what she want to do. And you would never know because she knows how you are thinking. And she knows exactly what you're going to be seeking. And she's going to find ways around that. It's just like there was this girl one day randomly in high school. I was walking to the next class, right? And this girl was coming down the stairs, right? And she was talking, she was going up the stairs and I guess the dude was like, I think he said, I bet you mess around or something like that. And she was like, no, I'm a virgin. Now, being the type of female she is and the type of dudes that she dated, I highly doubt that she was just not having any type of intercourse whatsoever. She was having some type of, action going on. And these chicks know their way around it. It's just like a woman who messes around on her boyfriend or husband, okay? She's going to find ways of doing it and you not even knowing it. Even if you're with her every day, y'all have relations every day, that doesn't mean that she ain't out doing other things with other dudes. Shout out to Focus 56. She got more than one hole. I agree. I agree. Bro, I agree with that. She definitely does. She definitely does. And I think T.I. gotta T.I. got to understand that, man. If she thinks that you're going to be looking to see if she still has her hymen intact, bro, she's going to do other things that you're not looking for. These girls are slick, man. This girl has a ton of followers on social media, bro. You don't think that she's going to find a way around what you're trying to do, T.I.? And now what you've done, T.I., you've literally sicked the dogs on her, on your own daughter. Because what's going to happen is that even the guys that you respect, even the guys that you call your contemporaries, they're going to be trying to get with her. They're going to see it as a challenge. Look at Drake, right? Drake apparently is messing around with Kylie Jenner. Even though him and Travis Scott are cool, they made a song together. I think they've even performed live together. He still is trying to get at his girl. It was ex-girl because they're on a break, quote unquote. And I mean, that's typical Drake. I mean, he does things like that. But it just shows you that no matter how cool you think you are with people, bro, they're going to be coming at your baby girl. And I hope you're prepared for that because literally there's nothing you're going to be able to do. Shout out to Marco. He goes to her dentist to look for strains and and stains and gums. Oh, no, Marco, baby, so bad. I just think that, man, you have to understand the optics of society, man. They don't want these girls to be wholesome. They don't want these girls to wait. They want these girls to be completely washed up by the time they're 25. They want these girls to be they want these girls to be, basically dragged through the dirt and not marriage material and not dating material. Why do you think you see such kickback towards red pill content? Men going your own way. If you don't accept this woman's lifestyle, you're an incel. Why do you think that message is being put out there? It's being put out there because society wants, well, I'll say society, but you have this feminist minded mentality, especially on social media. They want women to parade themselves around and devalue themselves more and more and more. And you have women who fall into that. Unfortunately, T.I., your girl is going to end up doing that because she's 18 now and she can legally leave you and there's really nothing you can do. Now, she probably won't because she needs your money. She doesn't have any career going on unless she start dating one of these rappers. But I don't think none of these rappers publicly is going to try to date her. So you have to really look at those things. Shout out to Marco. Again, T.I. is now making an appointment to her proctologist. What's good, China? Make sure y'all like the stream, man. I see you, David. What's up? Now, just seeing how emotional women are getting and how angry they are getting over this, it just shows you that they want men to, especially the fathers, to have no say over these girls and how they conduct themselves. And I hope that T.I., see her name. I don't want to say her daughter. I don't want her to listen to these older women who are bitter, these older women who have used up themselves. They have nothing left to give any type of decent man. They have nothing left to give to the world. So what they want to do is ruin every young female who has a chance of having a good life, meeting a man who can give them the world. You have women who are jealous of that, and they're going to do whatever it takes to ruin these young girls. Because a lot of these women that are upset are women who are ruined. There is no coming back for them. They have completely smashed the wall. Ain't no coming back. They are gone. It's over. It's done with. It's time to change up. It's time to change up. So we really have to look at just how emotional some of these women are getting, it's because they're ruined. They'll never date a guy like a T.I. They will never be able to live a lifestyle. But she has an opportunity to do so. I just hope that she understands that in a way that's what T.I. wants. But I think T.I. has to have accountability for the culture that he pushed forward. For the fact that he was a womanizer. Well, he still is kind of a womanizer. You know, he has a wife with a chick on the side a couple different times. And your daughter is going to become the embodiment of the same women that you dealt with and that you used and that you were with and you tossed to the side when you no longer had any use for them. And, you know, people say that men who mess around with a lot of women, right, they end up having daughters because that's their karma. Kobe Bryant has, 4 daughters and is still trying to have a son? I don't know. Shout out to Raiders 48. You can't always watch what they doing, man. These chicks are slick. But I think T.I. was having a moment of honesty. And it's funny watching these women who are used up, have no value to the world whatsoever. No man wants them. They're on social media up in arms because they have no value. Nobody is trying to wife them up, you know, and they're hurt because they'll never be able to live the lifestyle this young girl has the potential to live. You know, they'll never have the amount of options that she has at this point in her life that they never really had or they had before and they used it up. Shout out to China White, says much love. Appreciate that, China. Shout out to China White for being here. Appreciate the support, always supporting. Appreciate it. But yeah, man, you got Kobe Bryant. He has 4 daughters now. He's still trying to have a son, but maybe that karma is still hitting him. Maybe he still hasn't repented for all that, you know, alleged getting around that he was doing. I just think that, man, you got to let these girls, all you can do, I believe as a father, is show them how the world is and give them ways of being able to navigate it, you know. But you don't want to put them in a situation where they're sheltered because they're going to rebel. And what's going to end up happening is they're going to end up ruining themselves in rebellion to you. In rebellion to you, they're going to end up ruining themselves. And I don't think T.I. should want that for his daughter.